KS95 Sports presents high school basketball featuring the Tipton Cardinals. This game on KS95 is brought to you by the Tipton Latham Bank, California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Seidenstricker Nobe Partners, Como Connect, powered by Como Electric Cooperative Incorporated, Ozark Regional Insurance, Keckner Manufacturing, Martin Metal, Shelter Insurance, Aaron Long, Agent in Tipton, Butch's Small Engines, Insurance Associates America, Farmland Grocery, the Tipton Times, and Farm and Home Propane. Now, Tipton Cardinals basketball on KS95.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation of KS95 Sports. It's sectional time. We are in a jam-packed Tipton High School, and I don't use that term loosely. I mean, Ryan, if there's more than 3 seats open here, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, more than 3 seats open, and you were saying that there are still like over 150, 200 tickets that haven't checked in yet. So to say people want to come out and watch tonight would be an understatement.
If you didn't purchase one of those tickets because, you don't want to be crammed in here like a sardine, I don't completely blame you. You can always buy the stream online, misha.tv. There's a link on our Facebook page with the code that will take you directly to this Tipton Lady Cardinals game. And, boy, it's going to be a good one. There's 16 teams left in the state of Missouri in Class 2 girls basketball, and we have 2 of them right here, 2 very talented squads. We're going to break down both of these squads when we come back with the H&R Block for Sales pregame show. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
California Chrysler announces their President's Day sales event. Huge savings, 0% financing for 72 months to qualified buyers on the 2023 Charger SXT and GT and Challenger SXT and GT models. With 3 stores to pull from, our selection is the best in the area. That's Cliff Harris, California Chrysler, where we want you to be another happy customer.
At Versailles Total Fitness, they want to make sure that you get the most out of your fitness and training and achieve your desired goals. Tara Grantham is a certified personal trainer and registered occupational therapist who can help you reach your goals and stay injury-free on the way. For prices, call Tara at 573-789-6800 at their new staffed hours Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 5:30. That's Versailles Total Fitness at 131 North Monroe Street. Versailles Total Fitness, helping you reach a healthier lifestyle.
One more. And we're back here on KS95 Sports getting ready for this pregame show, the H&R Block for Sales pregame show. Ryan, these 2 teams have fought hard to get here in this one, and they both have quite a record to show for it. Both over 20 wins on the season. That does not come easy.
No, not at all. I think that the 20-win landmark is important, but for most high school programs, it's not the reality. For Tipton, it's the expectation, and I think sometimes people take that for granted when you're in a program that expects to win 20 games. It's a big deal. Just winning 20 games alone, let alone a district championship, and now a chance to go to an Elite Eight or a state quarterfinal.
Ryan, I appreciate you there. I'm going to pull the I'm going to pull the curtain aside and tell you that I forgot to plug in the laptop that is being used to stream this game, and it started telling me that the battery was low. And I thought, I'm going to feel real bad if somebody bought this stream and I lose a battery. But we will get to the coach's interview in just a moment. First, we got to look at what's ahead for the winner of this game. Tipton and Fayette squaring off here. While this game is going on, Clopton and Schuyler County will battle it out. Now, looking at that one, anything can happen in postseason play. Ryan, if I was going to pick one of them, I'm probably saying Clopton has the edge in that matchup.
Yeah, Clopton coming in, they've got a better record, 21-6 to the 17-11. But their common opponent, they beat Canton, wherever that is. They won by 15, Clopton did.
In Ohio?
That's what I was thinking.
I wonder if they visited the Hall of Fame.
And then Schuyler County lost by 8. So you're looking at that, like a 25-point difference. But, again, it's the postseason. You never know. We've already seen some upsets around Class 2 in the girls' basketball side of things, so you never know.
I got to tell you, this is a different locked-in Tipton Cardinals squad, and you'll hear a little of that as we shift gears to the Dunn & Associates coaches interview. We caught up with the head coach of the Tipton Lady Cardinals, Jason Culpepper, and asked Coach, how's your squad look going into tonight's contest?
Look good. Everybody's healthy. I feel like we're, really firing on all cylinders right now. So girls look really focused. They look, like they're ready to get after it tonight.
You guys came off a big win in the district title game, capturing your 7th district title in a row. But now as one of the last 16 teams in the state of Missouri, what was practice like getting ready for this big game?
Pretty much the same practice as what we normally would do. Get in, get after it. Our first 30 minutes of practice the day before a game is the same every single game. We come in, stretch. We do full court layups, then we do 2-on-1, then we do 3-on-2, then we do monkey in the middle, then we do Perry's passing, and then we get into it, into our practice, mix in postcards throughout, talk matchups, things of that nature, do a few things on what they're going to do, what we're going to do against them. But girls look ready to go. They did a good job getting prepared for Fayette.
One thing you'd really been on your team about, that you had told me at least, was you wanted to see second half production and come out with energy in that third quarter. Over the last couple games since you really started getting on the girls about that, have you been happy with their effort in the third quarter and how they've responded?
Last 2 games ago against Windsor, we came out in the third quarter and held them to 0 points. So, defensively, I don't think they could have done a lot better than 0, unless they could have talked them into scoring on themselves. And then against Lynn, I thought we did a pretty good job. I didn't think our starters came out as hot as they needed to, but we made a quick sub there early in the third quarter against Lynn, and we went from being right at 30 points to pushed it to 40 there in the third quarter. So, we outscored them by 10 in the third quarter, which is what I wanted to do, and push it to 40 and end the game. By the time it was the end of the third quarter, I thought our girls finished the third quarter strong.
What do you know about Fayette?
They're good. They've got 6-foot guard that can shoot it from all over. She can post up some. They got another 6-foot post inside that can score and rebound. They've got a forward number 20 who is a very good driver. They got a point guard number 2 who can shoot it, left-handed, who can drive it. They throw about 3 or 4 different defenses at you, whether they're running and jumping, or they're playing straight man, or they play straight zone, or they mix in some press. They do a lot of different stuff defensively to try and keep you off balance and not let you get in rhythm. But I think key for us against their defense is attack the rim. No matter what defense they're in, if you attack the rim, it doesn't matter. All the defenses stay the same. Beat your girl one-on-one, make help come, and when help comes, kick to the open shooter.
All right, lastly, you're going to have a full house here tonight, getting to play in your own gym in the sectional matchup with 500-600 people crammed in this building. I mean, it's going to be standing room only, if either that. How do you get your girls to maintain focus in that kind of environment?
Yeah, we pre-sold 640 tickets, and that was max capacity, so we are sold out, not counting cheerleaders, players, past lists. So, we'll be well over 700 people here tonight. Got to make sure that we come out focused, ready to go. I think our girls have played in a lot of big games before, so I think our girls will come out with the right mindset.
That was Coach Jason Culpepper, head coach of these Tipton Lady Cardinals, as they get ready to do battle with the Fayette. What is their mascot?
They're the Falcons.
The Falcons. Okay, I just thought it was a giant buff bird.
Yeah, you can't really. They could be a lot of things. I was thinking eagles at first.
See, I did too, and then at first I thought maybe that's a really toned pigeon, but it turns out it was not. But this is Falcons makes a lot of sense. Like I said, this gym is absolutely filled right now. But I'm telling you, the focus in these Tipton Lady Cardinals is a little different now. First off, I love the fact that on the baseline right now, Rick, get a shot of this. Now they're leaving now that I said that. On the baseline, all the coaches, they have to match. They're wearing what they call their championship gray. When it is a win-or-go-home game, you wear gray, and they are dressed for battle. Coach was talking about practice in the pregame, about how locked in they've been and how driven they've been. He said they don't necessarily change anything they do in practice, but it's just a different intensity now.
No, that definitely makes sense, and I'm not shocked at all that they don't change anything because, to Coach Culpepper, this is every day for him. He doesn't care if it's the state semifinals or a random game against Jefferson City. He wants them to play with 100% intent, as I think we got the national anthem now.
I do believe we will. By the way, before we hit the national anthem, do want to wish a special happy birthday out there. Happy birthday to Daryl Schultz. Daryl Schultz celebrating a birthday today. He said all he wants for his birthday is a Tipton Cardinal win. So happy birthday, Daryl. We're going to pause for the national anthem. We'll be back with your starting lineups. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tip supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
Spring into green with Seidenberger Nobe Partners. Accelerate your productivity with one of our John Deere compact tractors. Right now, take advantage of 0% financing for 84 months with zero down, featuring payments as low as $210 a month. From landscapes to farming, these compact tractors can handle a variety of tasks. Seidenberger Nobe, your partner for the land. snpartners.com.
Offer valid through 4/26/2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
These days, we're all looking for ways to save money. Farm and Home Propane can help you do just that. Farm and Home Propane is a locally owned company serving 7 counties. Need help managing your heating expenses? No problem. Farm and Home Propane can help with that. Call anytime now through the end of March to set up your budget plan to prepare for your upcoming heating season. Looking for a propane tank? No problem. Farm and Home Propane has tanks to purchase or lease to own. For the smart, economical alternative, call Farm and Home Propane in Tipton at 660-337-6444.
We're back, getting ready to meet the starters in this matchup. And once again, if you're watching at home, I apologize. We don't have a lot of room to work with, so occasionally if some people stand up, we might have some heads in the way of the camera shots. That's just the way it's going to roll tonight. But still, it's a fun environment and a sold-out crowd here at Tipton Gymnasium. And we'll start off with the starters for the Fayette Falcons under head coach Daryl Betts. Number 2, Addie Gibbs, a freshman at 5'3". Number 3, Maddox Wells, a 5'6" senior. Number 13, Oakley Hill, a 6-foot junior guard. Number 20, Cabria Fair. She is 5'9" and a junior. Wait, I have too many starters listed here. Turns out you are not allowed to start 6 players. I'm not sure what I was doing. Either way, 5 of these 6 are starting. Number 31, Kay Sullivan, a 6-foot senior. And now we'll go ahead and meet the starters for these Tipton Lady Cardinals under head coach Jason Culpepper, assisted by J.D. Slotzhauer and Cameron Hurst. Starting for them, number 1, Courtney Edwards, the senior guard. Number 10, Charlie Bailey, a junior guard. Number 11, Madeline Hagerman, senior guard. Number 24, Clara Williams, outstanding sophomore athlete. And, of course, number 45, Ava Slotzhauer, the center, but only by name only. I mean, she may play in the paint, but she has a skill set far beyond a center.
Yeah, I was hard-pressed. There were 2 things I was hard-pressed doing. I was hard-pressed putting that Courtney Edwards was a guard. She might be, but she's like a forward to me. And then I was hard-pressed putting Ava Slotzhauer as a center because you can't use the term stretch forward whenever she's in a center. She does everything, run the floor, you know. Gonna need a big game out of her tonight, though. It's a tall task inside. Two very lengthy players for Fayette. And we've got a great atmosphere here.
Oh, I love this. The student section is already up and jumping, literally. Speaking of the jump, it's going to be Oakley Hill for Fayette. The opening tip goes to the Falcons. Quick 3 on the way off the back iron. Good box out, board controlled by Bailey. She has her feet cut out from under her, and the ball goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Falcons. Just kind of a weird play. Bailey losing her footing.
And, you know, I don't know a lot about Fayette's play style, but the teams that have fared best against Tipton, in my opinion, are the ones that have taken the first open shot that they've seen. That's exactly what Fayette did there. You get into a half-court defensive set, it's tough to do anything, and it's definitely going to be tough to listen. They're going to charge a foul here?
Wow, early hand check foul going to be called on Hagerman as she was playing tight defense on Addie Gibbs. The matchup to watch is going to be Oakley Hill, number 13, the 6-foot junior guard, as she's being guarded by number 24, 5'7", Clara Williams. Height is just a number when it comes to Clara.
Yeah, Clara will do just fine. Now, if they mismatch her in the paint, it might be a little tough.
Great defense from Edwards as she saves the ball from going out of bounds off the missed shot. So Tipton starting off strong defensively, bringing the ball into the front court. It is Williams. It's going to be a zone play to 2-3 by Fayette. The corner is Hagerman. Now Bailey. Tipton going to want to work around and find that open 3. Inside, out to Edwards. Trying to feed Slotzhauer in a double team. Knocked off the ball, recovers it, gives it to Clara. Lines up a corner 3 off the front iron, won't go. Rebound fought for, tied up, jump ball going to be called. Great job by both Hagerman and Edwards to tie it up.
Yeah, could easily just let that possession go back to Fayette. I like the 2-3 zone out of the Lady Falcons. The three-pointer will be open. Might see Charlie Bailey with some big shots, but they're doubling Schlotzhauer hard. It's working.
They are being physical with her inside as well. Pass tipped out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was last touched by Tipton.
The backside ref's trying to
Wait,
say,
we've got a discussion here. We're going to talk it over, and the call will stand. They're going to say ball back to the Falcons.
Really felt like that one was 1-on-3. I'm not going to lie to you, but the 1-1, and it was his position. So
another battle to watch. Case Sullivan, the 6-foot senior down low. Her and Schlotzhauer already bumping each other around. Good drive, long strides, flipped up, won't clear the rim. Bailey the board. 6:50 to play. No one has scored in this sectional matchup. Down low, Schlotzhauer, spin move off the glass and in.
You knew it was a matter of time.
Ava Schlotzhauer, just a sophomore, but she has made an impact all season long.
Seems like she's played best whenever adversity hits, and now she's face guarding Case Sullivan.
And great defense. Williams has the steal. Bailey took away the driving lane. Clara picked up the loose ball. She drives. Head of steam to the rim. Her floater too strong. She was off balance and kind of had to force it a little.
I think she expected to see maybe Charlie Bailey in the corner. Instead decided to throw that one up on her own.
Oakley Hill on the drive. Gets the short corner. Her shot blocked, but a shooting foul going to be called. I think, no, they're going to stay on the floor.
Yeah, I think they said that maybe Courtney Edwards surprisingly body checked someone. It's not like she would do that.
I have never seen Courtney foul anyone before. Oh, no, it goes on Clara, actually.
Huh. It had to have been early.
Not sure what the whistle was there, but they got it figured out. 6:10 to play in the Chuck Yo, the Land Pro. First quarter, another steal by Williams.
So that is what she's best at.
The Tipton torture chamber in full effect early. Edwards on the drive. Dishes out to Bailey. Lines up the three. Off the iron, won't go. Strong offensive board, Schlotzhauer. Her putback won't go. Long rebound, Hagerman. Gives it to Bailey. Back to Williams. Pass fake, drives short corner. Dishes it out to Hagerman. Reverses it to Edwards. Bailey left open. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound fought for. And Edwards the offensive board. Courtney drives, her floater off the glass, won't go. Tipton has got looks.
Yeah, 3 good looks there. That's where Schlotzhauer's going to have to play her game. If they're going to double team her when she gets the ball, and that's a travel. If they're going to double team her when she gets the ball inside, then it's going to have to be off of long 3-pointers, rebounds, and getting the layup back up.
Certain teams have this ability in the postseason to flip a switch and things change. Tipton's defense is always good, but the way they flip a switch in the postseason is next level. They try to press Clara up. That doesn't work well. Ahead to Edwards. Bailey left open. She'll drive and go to Schlotzhauer. She wants the baseline, steps between the defenders, puts the shot up, and is fouled. She'll go to her favorite place in the whole wide world, the free throw line.
It's amazing her ability to split double teams and just kind of get in there. I mean, they sent 2-3 defenders right there at her and still found a way to kind of snake her way right to the basket and get a layup.
Reminder, winner tonight goes on and plays Friday. First free throw up and good. 3-0 the Tipton lead early. Winner goes on to the Elite Eight. Schlotzhauer's second free throw up and good. Ava Schlotzhauer from the free throw line is...
Yeah, it's tough. You're hard-pressed to find a miss out of her.
So Fayette still looking for their first points of the game 3 minutes into this quarter, and Bailey just straight up takes it away. Quick hands by the junior. She's knocked off the ball.
I don't think that Fayette will have a problem staying in this game if they can get the ball into the paint, but so far it's been the perimeter defense of Tipton that has kind of set the tone to this game.
When the Tipton torture chamber sets in and they say you're not getting inside the perimeter, it's hard to find any space. Inbounds is to Hagerman. She goes to Bailey. Corner Edwards drives space line, takes the contact. They're going to get her for a charge.
That one's tough for Edwards right there because the Fayette defender kind of slid in last second. It was a 50-50 call, but a lot of times when someone as big as Edwards drives in, they're going to get the foul call.
A great job, though, by Cabrera Fair to slide in the way and set her feet. I mean, getting in front of Courtney is no tall task when she's got a head of steam, but Cabrera did a great job. She gets the ball working against Edwards, drives baseline, spin move, turnaround jumper, won't go. Good defense by the Badger. Gives it up to Bailey on the right side. Tipton on the fast break. Good job getting back by Fayette.
They definitely did their homework when it comes to transition defense.
Skip pass to Williams. 4:30 to play. 4-0 is the Tipton lead. Edwards to Bailey in the corner. Back to Edwards. They're posting Schlotzauer. She gets it. One dribble, up and under move, and is fouled.
Really good job there by Edwards. Not to force that one in there. She faked the pass to Bailey in the corner, then let the lane open up and passed it inside to Schlotzauer.
Briar Cox the other night said something that I really thought resonated when talking about Ava. I said, why is she so effective? She goes, because Ava wasn't supposed to be a post. Ava was a guard that got transitioned into a post. So when you take the skill set she already possessed, as I just realized Cabrera Fair going to have to come out of the game with her second.
And she's done a good job defensively.
Bailey gets the inbounds in the corner. Extra pass into Schlotzauer. Steps between the defenders.
Got to be something.
Her shot blocked and a travel going to be called. Good defense played by the Falcons.
You had to call something there. I don't know if travel was what it was, but you did, have to blow your whistle, and credit to them for doing so.
So Fayette still looking for their first points of the game. Into the game for the first time, Maddox Wells. Defense by Bailey is just smothering. A near steal again. Kind of a forced floater, won't go for Fayette. Clara Williams the board. I mean, Tipton gets it to the point where your only shot you can get is one on the run, one-handed.
Yeah, well, they're not hedging as hard off the screens tonight, and I've liked it so far.
Edwards drives, takes the contact. She'll shoot two. What I love is on the Edwards drive, if you looked on the weak side, Schlotzauer was sitting in the short corner. As soon as she saw that Courtney was going to the rim, she started coming to the basket too.
Well, and that makes it tough on a defense because 9 times out of 10, she's dishing that off to Schlotzauer. She's not necessarily a scorer on this team, but she shows that she can score. Shown shades of it down the stretch, and that time it works well. And now Anna Crane into the game.
Yeah, Anna Crane, there was a 6th Man of the Year award. It'd have her name on it.
No doubt about it. Definitely a prolific scorer off the bench.
Both free throws good for Edwards. 6-0 now, the Tipton lead. Back to the bench is Fayette as Brown Eubanks, the sophomore 5'6" guard, will check in. She started the game, got a breather, and came back.
If you're Fayette, you got to feel good, though. You're only down 6, and you've showed little resistance offensively so far. So got to be happy that you're only down 6. It could be way worse.
Schlotzauer does a great job hedging the screen by Fayette. On the drive is Gibbs. It's taken away by Bailey. Little weave offense here from the Falcons, trying to get something open inside. Crane is giving no space, though. Able to turn the corner, and a reach-in foul going to be called.
I think he realized that if he didn't call 5 seconds, it was going to have to be something. And it ended up being a foul there.
I'm starting to get the realization that I've known for a while, actually, that if you play for Tipton, you play great defense. It's not optional.
Crane straight off the bench.
Off the bench, fadeaway jumper won't go. Williams another board.
Again, not a great shot. Didn't have an open lane to the basket, just kind of forcing something up.
Williams at the top of the key goes to Bailey. Bailey in the corner, Edwards. She drives baseline, looking for a cutter. It's Williams, her mid-range floater, counted and a foul! Great find by Edwards and a better finish by Williams.
Yeah, and if I'm Fayette, I'm starting to think about whistling for a timeout here. They're going to send Cabrera Fair back into the game, and she already has 2 fouls.
I mean, you got to do something. You've played 5 minutes of this game if you're Fayette and you're yet to get your first point.
Well, and now if you're Tipton, you're happy because Kay Sullivan, who you might have been a little worried about on the inside, is checked out, and you have not allowed her to score at all.
And the three-point play is good. And right on cue, as Ryan said, a timeout going to be called. However, it's by the Tipton bench. 9-0 is the Cardinal lead with 3:04 to go. We'll be back with more of the Chuck Yoder Lampro first quarter. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at KS95 and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back in the first quarter, where Tipton has done exactly what they wanted to. Coach Culpepper has preached defense, 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 and they've given up 0 points.
Yeah. I mean, it's been suffocating so far. They're not really giving anything off. Typically, they help off pretty hard. Tonight, not helping off as much and not leaving anyone open. I mean, just forcing Fayette to take shots that they probably normally wouldn't take.
On the drive for Fayette is Wells. Now, I mean, Tipton, if you get inside the three-point line right now as Fayette, you're happy.
Right. They've done it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and it's been forced shots inside the three-point line. A good back cut, the ball thrown away. Williams on the run out by herself. Right hand off the glass, count it. It's 11-0 with 2:31 to go. Winner goes to the Elite Eight, and I promise you these Lady Cardinals want to defend their championship. That's a double dribble, and it's once again, I don't blame the guard for double dribbling. When Charlie Bailey looks you in the eyes in that defensive stance, I'd double dribble too. It's terrifying.
Well, it's another situation where I think Tipton's shown one thing on film, and now they're doing something different. 9 times out of 10, Williams comes off there, helps off, and, double teams right there. Instead, she faked the double team and stayed back, and the guard for Fayette was getting ready to pass but couldn't. Carried the ball.
Schlotzhauer gets inside, goes to Edwards. She drives baseline. She likes to run that baseline, try to set teammates up. Good defense, though, by Fayette. It's a steal and a quick foul by Edwards. Maybe a little bit of frustration there, and that's going to be 2 on, well, maybe that'll only be 1 on Courtney.
It'll be 2 because she had the charge earlier, and now Fayette with their best chance to score points because they're going to go to the free throw line.
The student section getting into, the Fayette student section is down. I couldn't see him because the camera's in the way. I love when student sections battle each other.
It's
in
nice.
games.
Especially, I don't know my geography very well, but Fayette's not that close, are they? Yeah, they traveled well.
So first points of the game for Fayette come with 2:07 to go in this first quarter, and it's from the free throw line.
Yeah, so Cardinals still on an 11-1 run here, and no signs of stopping that anytime soon.
Second free throw good as well. So it's 11-2. By the way, Lara Petrie makes her first appearance in the game as she comes in for Courtney Edwards. The Tipton bench has deepened a little bit as the seasons went on.
That's kind of their MO, right? At the beginning of the season, they ease girls in.
But I saw that last year too, though, because Ava and Clara didn't necessarily play a ton. By the end of the season, they were the 6th and 7th player.
Right, they were getting valuable minutes in state playoff games, then they reload again for the next season. Here's a steal. Fayette with some life.
The Fayette defense looking good on that possession, picked up in the corner, getting out of the trap. Are the Falcons firing inside? Ball tipped around. Great defense by both Schlotzhauer and Petrie. Bailey gets the steal. Bailey breaking a press by herself. 3 Fayette players trying to pressure, and she finds Clara. Clara backing it out, making some space. 1:35 to go, 11-2, the Tipton lead in this Sweet 16 game. And a reach-in foul going to be called on Fayette. That should send Clara to the line.
Yeah, and there have been a lot of fouls called in this game, but I do still think that they've let them play to an extent. This has been an extremely physical first quarter, and the fouls they have called, I feel like, have just been to set the tone that they can't kill each other. This isn't like a wrestling match.
Well, not yet, at least.
It might get there.
The last time we saw a wrestling match was definitely Tipton in California. Free throw up and good, 12-2, the Tipton lead. Second free throw coming up for Williams.
That is what I like about the new free throw rule, though, is now they can reset, in the second quarter, and instead of shooting free throws for the next 9 minutes, as both teams would be doing, they still have to get 5 more each.
I know JT's watching this right now. JT, if I am correct, I think if Tipton would win on Friday, or win today, we've got a long drive Friday. And good defense again, this time by Petrie. Schlotzhauer the board. Tries to push it up, needs to find a guard. 1:10 to play in an 11-point Lady Cardinal lead. Ahead to Bailey. She's got space. She'll fire the 3 and she'll get it. Charlie Bailey from downtown pushes the lead to 16-2. This is a 21-win Fayette squad.
Yeah, that was a massive moment, and who else to turn to but Charlie Bailey? And now the defense turning up. You make shots, the defense just gets better.
The crowd gets loud. The defense starts pressuring. The torture chamber truly comes to life here in Tipton. Culpepper just putting both hands up saying, girls, you know how to guard. Keep those hands up. Schlotzhauer taking it away in the post, and a reach-in foul going to be called on Peach. Are they going to say, it's 2 free throws because of the 5th foul?
Right. And, again, you never want to foul when you're in that situation, but it's hard when you're playing that intense defense. You're body to body with another player, and you didn't mean to foul, and you even played good defense, had your arms straight out. But, with the length of this Fayette team, you are going to draw a few more fouls.
Kay Sullivan to the line. Her first free throw is long. She is a 6-foot senior.
Yeah, I really thought we would see more out of her here in the first quarter, but so far Tipton's had her number. She's just got this 1 point off the second free throw.
If I've learned anything, it's that Tipton really likes guarding tall girls. Yeah. Their bigs always play well. And a little pressure applied by Fayette, but Bailey and Clara break it down with ease. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. It's a 13-point Tipton lead as they've allowed just 3 points out of Fayette.
I would say most teams should hold for the last shot here, but Tipton definitely won't.
Bailey gets inside, goes to the corner. Petrie long 2, rattles around. Schlotzhauer the offensive board. Spin move, and it just wouldn't climb the iron. Schlotzhauer battling with 2 6-footers for the board.
Yeah, that's where it's scary for the years in the future.
7 seconds to go. Fayette with the ball, trying to get something to go. Their first field goal of the game. 1 second, Fayette doesn't recognize the clock. Shot won't go before the buzzer, and the sad part is it was the first made field goal for them. But it is waved off. We've played one 16-3. The Tipton ladies lead. Second quarter coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The Tipton Times is proud to cover the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals in their regular season, tournaments, and in playoff action. Pick up your copy of the Times each week for follow-up reports and photos of this week's games. For coverage of all the local news 52 weeks a year, read the Tipton Times. Start your subscription today by calling 660-433-5721 or visiting their office at 113 East Morgan Street in Tipton.
We've played one quarter, and to say that Tipton's defense was dominant, Ryan, might be an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Fayette team that doesn't struggle scoring the basketball. They average 50 points a game. Right now, they're on pace for 12. Or not 12. Yeah,
no,
12.
They're on pace for 12.
They're on pace for 12 points.
They haven't hit a field goal.
They haven't hit a field goal yet. If you're talking analytically and, truly basketball stats, a run doesn't end until another team hits a field goal. So right now, Tipton's opened the game on a 16-3 run. I mean, it's been dominating, and I was curious to see how they would deal with the two big girls inside, kind of a, double-headed monster. They haven't had any problems.
Sorry.
I know. I see you texting.
Okay, sorry. Trying to just organize where our next trip's going to be. If we get one. Probably. Fayette looking for their first field goal. I got to give props once again to Clara Williams. Her defense against Kay Sullivan, who is literally 5 inches taller than her, has been outstanding. Step back three on the way, won't go. Edwards the box out.
Yep.
That's Edwards. Excuse me, that's Oakley Hill that she's been guarding. The other 6-footer, this one a guard. Yeah, that was Courtney saying, I don't want that rebound, but you're not getting it either.
It's to the point where Oakley's having to just force shots over a 5'7" girl. You don't say that very often with that kind of height discrepancy. And now we got Ava breaking the press.
Well, yeah, everybody uses their center to break a press. Edwards goes to the short corner to Williams, back to Edwards. Bailey lines up a three, top of the key, off the iron, wouldn't go. Loose ball chased down by Williams, thrown back, finds Bailey. Schlotzower at the top of the key. She drives, goes to the spin move, extra step in the paint. Wouldn't climb the iron. Edwards gets the board, but it's poked loose. Outrunning is Eubanks. Bailey does a great job getting back, strips it, but stepped on the baseline. Fantastic defense by Bailey.
And this is the pace of play that Tipton is content with playing with. If you want to run like a bunch of chickens with your heads cut off, they'll do it right there with you.
Oh, for sure.
They'll probably outdo you in that fact. So if Fayette wants to run fast like that, it's going to be a long second half.
Maddox Wells into the game for Fayette, and a foul going to be called. I didn't think it was in the act of shooting, but nonetheless, a foul going to be called, and back to the free throw line will be Oakley Hill, the 6-foot junior.
And no points out of her in the first quarter, and I think she was someone that we thought was going to, maybe have a little bit more success on the inside, being guarded. I cannot spit it out tonight. Being guarded by Clara Williams, but Williams plays great defense.
So. Clara is one of the premier defenders in the state of Missouri. Wow, second free throw up and good. If we do wind up going to Clapton, assuming the Tipton ladies would win this game, it's near Bowling Green, about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
Bailey on the press break, driving on the left side, hits the crossover, needs to go to the block, does so. Schlotzower spin move, left hand off the glass, count it. That is her go-to move, and she has it perfected.
And now we got a timeout from Fayette. I mean, what else can you – I don't know what you tell your girls to stop that because, when she takes that power dribble, she feels where the defender is and just spins the opposite way. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
And she is so talented with both hands. And I can tell you, having a bigger defender on her doesn't remotely bother her because her dad is the assistant coach. JD is a good 6'4" over there. And I've watched him in practice. He doesn't do the whole token, I'm here, shoot around me defense. He does the shoot it. I'm trying to send it to the third row.
Well, and a lot of times a taller defender that guards her is a true post and maybe a little slower. So it doesn't always benefit them. It's kind of like how Clara is guarding a girl that's 3 or 4 inches taller than her. She's so much quicker than the other girl.
You talk about versatility. Clara went from guarding Myra Class every day in practice, one of the most athletic guards you'll face, to guarding, 6-foot post players like it's nothing.
Yeah. no doubt about it.
Sign of a true elite defender. So Fayette with the ball trailing by 14, 6.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. This is the Gladstone Cobo Trailer Sales second quarter. A lane to the basket, shot flipped up, won't go. Tip to keep alive, still on the floor, kicked her around. Edwards has it, tie up though. Jump ball will favor the Cardinals. So I say again, we're a minute and a half into the second quarter, and Fayette is looking for their first field goal.
Yeah, and we're almost 10 minutes into the game.
This is the Sweet 16, folks. This is not some random game against a nobody. This is a good Fayette squad, a 21-win Fayette squad.
To win a district. I mean, winning a district title is hard enough.
Winning 7 in a row is really tough. Bailey to Hagerman. Good shot fake. Goes to Edwards. Nearly stolen. It's poked loose. Ball still on the floor. Picked up and controlled by Sullivan.
I will say that's where in district play and even at the end of conference play, that pass gets through for Tipton. Fayette definitely a little quicker than the teams they've played in the past.
Great take. Wouldn't go for Fayette. That's one of the best looks they've had tonight. Running the fast break. Schlotzhauer to Bailey on the left side. Counted and a foul.
That was not a good collision. The wall's pretty close there, but I don't think she felt a thing because she got the and one. So
the real question is the wall okay? I'm not worried about Chuck. Chuck told us after the last broadcast she likes it when it gets a little rough and physical. It gets her fired up and at some point she said Courtney's going to come over there and say something. I feel like we're being talked about.
I feel like we are as well.
Bailey.
What in the world?
Bailey converts the three-point play. Edwards gets tangled up with somebody.
Yeah, I don't even know what's
I
going
think
on.
Courtney got jealous. She saw there was contact. She's like, I didn't hit anybody. Come on.
And now we're getting a talk, and what is going on right now? We got two refs conferencing. The other refs talking to number 20, Cabria Fair. I don't even know.
At this point, I just, guess, make it up. Something happened. We don't know, but it's 21-4. Tipton by 17. Fayette once again looking for their first field goal of the game. On offense, working ball around the outside. Gibbs has it. Straight man defense from the Lady Cardinals. Now they're going to go to the post. This is the size matchup. Extra pass. Good closeout. Schlotzhauer. Great help defense from Edwards. She strips and gives it to Ava. Ava going to lead the fast break. Euros takes the contact. The shot just about falls.
It's a great move. And again, we talk about it a lot, I feel like. But when Schlotzhauer can run the floor like that, it's a 1-on-3 fast break. But with her length, it's like there's only one defender there.
Your center just Euroed.
You don't see it very often.
And you don't see a missed free throw very often, but one there for Ava.
It's just the first miss for Tipton tonight.
That's the third foul, though, on Cabria Fair. So she will go to the bench with 5:28 to go. I mean, I'm just thinking about your center Euroed. What would you do if you're watching a game and you saw Andre Drummond lead the fast break and Euro around somebody? Schlotzhauer missed them both. I just saw a unicorn and a shooting star at the same time, I feel like.
Still 8 for 10 from the free throw line for Tipton to start this game, and Williams pokes that one away, and they'll give it to Tipton.
I don't think she touched it. I think she just was there and took away the lane and caused a mishap.
I think you're right.
So Tipton's defense, pretty good right now. 21-4, they lead Fayette. Bailey and Schlotzhauer just going to break down the press by themselves. Bailey gets it. They thought about a trap. Bailey dribbles out of it, goes to Clara. She creates a lane, steps into a mid-range jumper. It rolls home.
Clara Williams, 9 points tonight. Already. It's 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Just a sophomore. 23-4, Tipton by 19. I say again, I know I've said it a lot because it's crazy. They haven't allowed a field goal, and they force a double dribble. Tipton has forced more turnovers right now than Fayette has points.
And I love if you look at Coach Culpepper on the sideline, it's just business as usual. He's not excited, really.
Oh, he
just
will
kind of
not.
walking up and down the court.
He is not going to be relaxed or normal unless this is a 45-point game. And I'm not positive even then he will because of the implications of this. They trap Clara. She finds Ava. Extra pass to Courtney. Drives to the free throw line. Skips it to Charlie. Shot fake. Turns the corner. Her floater off the back iron. Sits and falls.
Couldn't have sat up there longer. But that's how you attack a 2-3. You go right into the teeth of it.
And you teach the basketball to just stay on the back iron for a moment before dropping. It's a 21-point Lady Cardinal lead in the first half. On the drive, strong take, knocked off the ball. Goes through the 5-hole, nearly out of bounds. Immediate closeout by Hagerman. Powell trying to break it down. Hagerman harassing her. It's dished out to Wells. She's going against Courtney Edwards. It's the spin move. A little bit of confusion from the Fayette offense trying to find a gap. It's stripped by Bailey, picked up by Williams. A 2-on-1 fast break for the Cardinals. Extra pass from Clara to Charlie. Little shovel behind the back scores. 27-24. Tipton in full control in this one.
Absolutely dominating performance out of them. Fayette takes the full timeout, and I mean, what can you say? They need it.
Well, we're going to take the break as well. 3:50 to play. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Shelter Insurance agent Aaron Long is a proud sponsor of the Tipton Cardinals.
You know, Ryan, some teams take a while to get to the championship level. Maybe throughout the year, they have to learn and change things and figure out what fits their team well. They have to go through their slumps. Tipton did. 3 times they lost this season. Something happened when the postseason arrived, and they flipped a switch, and I think it's in the on position now.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to dominate throughout district play. I mean, they were all teams they'd already beat by a lot of points multiple times. We didn't know how they were going to look outside of their district. They're a younger team. They're a great team. We knew that. But this is dominating so far, and it's always good whenever you see a blowout taking place because of defense and not because of offense. And giving up 4 points in 15 or 13 minutes of basketball, that's dominating defense.
Just to clarify, because I may have misspoke earlier, it's 27-4.
Yeah.
Tipton by 23 with 3:30 to go. Fayette looking for their first field goal. Inside, up and under move, and that's a travel. Yes, great defense played by Schlotzauer. And I'm not trying to take a shot at Fayette here. They're frustrated. You can see it on their face. They don't know where to get their looks right now.
I just don't understand. I said on the first possession that I thought they were going to be really successful if they took the first open shot, as Williams is going to get a layup here.
And she, once again, scoops it like a football player, lays it in with the right hand on the run. It's 29-4.
But I thought they were going to be really successful because they were taking the first open shot. Now they're trying to run some offense, and they're never getting inside the paint. Almost lost that one. You just got to take an open shot.
I just can't get over this. Tipton is up 25 points, and they're playing like they're trailing by 10.
Right. I mean, shoot the ball.
Fayette is looking for anything. Gibbs being pressured by Bailey. They're really trying to post up Sullivan, but Schlotzauer is giving her no breathing room. Turning the corner, extra pass, corner, 3 up and good. First field goal of the game, Oakley Hill from the corner.
That's it. They absolutely needed that. I mean, it was getting to the point where it was desperation.
Breaking down the press again is Tipton, and this press, I know you have to do it, but it's dangerous. Schlotzauer, whistle going to be blown as she gets laid out on the take. She'll go to the line for 2. So I just want to mark that there was, about 2:45 left?
Yeah. Pretty crazy to think about. I mean, that is an elite defensive effort.
Schlotzauer's first. Wow, Schlotzauer has missed 3 straight free throws.
Yeah, 2 for 5 for her.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery twice than seeing Ava miss 3 straight free throws. Oh my gosh, 4. I'm buying a ticket when I leave here. That is insane.
I mean, she's been battling on the inside all night. That would be, make it a little tougher to make your free throws.
As she has been putting up one heck of a fight down low, to say the least. A great job on the pick and roll by Ava and Clara there defensively. On the outside, a couple shot fakes, trying to drive his Gibbs. Bailey giving her no room, a step back, nothing there. 3, though, going to be put up, won't fall. Great box out, board by Anna Crane.
That's the point I'm at if I'm Fayette. I'm just shooting 3-pointers first chance I get and hoping that you can get back into this game.
Ahead to Williams. She'll try a 3-pointer. She'll get it. Clara Williams, hot-handed in this postseason, and another timeout by Fayette. They want to talk it over, so we'll take a break. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
For over 35 years now, Martin Metal has continued to be the leader in the metal building industry. We would like to introduce to you our new low-profile dip panel metal. This roll-form metal will give you a new sleek look, different from the regular G-profile metal. You can see it on our website at martinmetal.com or up close in our showroom on Highway K northeast of Versailles. People are falling in love with it, and it's priced the same as the G-rib metal. Give us a call today at 573-378-4050 and find out more about the area's only M-panel low-profile metal here at Martin Metal.
Second quarter, and Tipton leads 32-7. This is a Sweet 16 game. Sectional basketball. Winner goes on to the Elite 8 with a chance to punch a ticket to Mizzou Arena. What a cool environment that is going to be.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I got to witness one at Missouri State my senior year of high school, and it was nothing short of amazing. And that, that's pretty close for where I was from. So for Tipton, just that short drive up to Columbia, get to go watch their Lady Cardinals. I'm sure they'll have a great crowd if they do make it there. Something I was looking at the break, Fayette actually upset their way into this game. They beat Salisbury, who's the number 1 seed in their district, who beat them by 30 points earlier in the year. They beat them by 16 in the district championship game to get here.
That's impressive. That really is. Looking for another upset here is Skyline. A 3 on the way. Addie Gibbs up and good. 32-10. So Fayette finding a little bit of offense here late in the second quarter, but the lead at 22 for Tipton.
It's got to feel like a relief to just see something go in.
Bailey's runner is blocked. Kohler nearly had it. She is checked into the game. Back the other way, Fayette. Williams tips the pass. Can't corral it, though. Gibbs at the top of the key. Looking for help. Finds it in the way of Oakley Hill. Good hedge by Kohler, but getting the ball inside and drawing the foul is Kay Sullivan. So Fayette looking a little more relaxed these last couple possessions.
That's where it's tough for Tipton. When they hedge hard off that screen and there is an elite big rolling into the paint like that, you start to switch off. They had good rotations, but you have, Charlie Bailey and Anna Crane in there trying to guard the post player. Not saying that they can't, but there definitely is an advantage to Fayette in that regard.
So Kohler and Petrie gave the Cardinals good minutes. They go back to the bench, and back into the game is Edwards and Schlotzhauers. The second free throw is long. Rebound tipped, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touched by Fayette. You almost get the feeling that Culpepper saw a little bit of a run start for Fayette. Said, no, Ava, Courtney, go take care of that.
Right. Yeah, they definitely just need to slow things down here offensively. I mean, at this rate, they could not score the rest of the game, and they'd probably still be fine with the level of defense they're playing.
Yeah, Ava doesn't like that idea. She goes to the iron, count it, and a foul. 34-11.
Yeah, I knew I should have ate my words when I said slow in any sentence with a team we cover.
What are you talking about? Versailles goes slow. They slowly walk to the locker room, and they slowly come back from it.
The slowest team we cover is Eldon, and they still like to run out in transition and play really tough defense.
You have a valid point. Ava ends the streak. She knocks down the free throw, 35-11, Tipton by 24.
She shot enough free throws that I don't think 4 misses will even move her percentage.
Great recovery by Crane. Pass just thrown up. Edwards there, and she is fouled trying to get the steal.
Now they'll go. I think Edwards will go to the line for 2 here.
That's what I was trying to see if they post the foul. No, they're not. So, yes, Courtney should be shooting 2.
That is the toughest thing, is if you don't know that the bonus is coming up, remembering who got fouled.
Yeah.
I always forget. I'm like, it was you, and then I just hope I picked it right. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm pretty certain, if not, Courtney would have told you it was her. Her first free throw is strong. Off the back iron, won't go. Second one coming up. And it's good. 36-11. Tipton has rattled off 20 in this quarter after scoring 16 in the first. Fayette has 11 total in the game.
Well, the 8 points here in the second quarter, almost quadrupling their. Actually, it was.
Deep 3 forced up and won't go for the Falcons. If you watch Clara Williams, a screen isn't working on her anymore. No. She's just stepping through it, going around it, and she's so fast she recovers before you can go on.
Yeah, and I think that's where Addison Powell just didn't even realize where she was on the court because of that.
Schlotzhauer gives it to Bailey. Little head and shoulder fake goes to Williams. It's a 25-point lead. Back to Bailey. 19 seconds to play. Short corner taken away. Bailey gets inside, gives it up to Crane, sets her feet, fires a 3, and it's good!
Who would have thought when you need a big shot, they go to Anna Crane?
Always call Anna Crane. It's a 28-point Lady Cardinal lead. 5 seconds to go. Fayette looking for a basket to end the half. Crane takes away the driving lane. Couple shot fakes. Fayette's not even going to get a shot off before the half. The Tipton torture chamber is alive and well. They have held Fayette, a 21-win team, to 11 points in this first half, while putting 39 on the board themselves. Hy-Vee halftime show's coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
This is Como Connect Internet Court. All rise for the Honorable Judge Chip Thunder.
Be seated. I can see from my notes here, Mr. Plaintiff, that you have slow internet.
Yes,
Guilty!
But I didn't plead my case.
It don't matter. No excuse for slow internet. Como Connect has ultra-fast internet at comoconnect.com. Bailiff Snuggles, get this man out of my courtroom.
Your bailiff is a T-Rex? Why?
Because I'm Judge Chip Thunder, baby!
Ozark Regional Insurance, an independent insurance agency, combines friendly customer service with quality insurance products, including home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and recreational vehicle insurance. Owned by Phil Hilty, Ozark Regional Insurance services the Lake and Central Missouri. For a quote, visit them in Tipton at 309 U.S. Highway 50 West or call 660-433-0108. And Megan Randall, manager in Versailles at 609 West Newton or call 378-6081. A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Special problems require special solutions. I'm Mark Keckner with Keckner Manufacturing. We're known for making turkey coops, but we've expanded including tray repair, laser cutting, CAD drawing, custom fabricating, and manufacturing. Yes, we do that. That is the reason we've been in business for over 60 years. We are working for the working man. You might not need us today, but when you do, Keckner Manufacturing will be there. Keckner Manufacturing in Tipton, Missouri. Yes, we do that. Go to Keckners.com. That's KOECHNERS.
Welcome to the Hy-Vee halftime show, where we break down all the action from the first half. Tipton leads 39-11 over the Fayette Lady Falcons. I want to reiterate, this is the Sweet 16. These are the 16 final teams in Missouri. This is the game to get you to the Elite Eight. Tipton is not beating up on somebody that has 2 wins on the season, somebody that got blown out over and over and over again. No. This is a team that beat 21 other teams and won a district to get here. And Tipton is defending them like, it was the state title game.
Right, yeah. It's not been particularly fair to start, and I don't think that's because Fayette is that outmatched. I think Tipton's just played some of the best defense I have ever seen on a basketball court. It has been impressive to start. And you can see it right there. They've only allowed 3 Falcons players to score, and only 2 of them hit field goals.
That's insane. And the fun part is, you know as well as I do, Coach Culpepper's in that locker room on them about something. I don't know what it's going to be. Girls, we gave up too many free throws in the first half. Girls, you only had 15 steals in the first half. I don't know that it's crazy to say that I bet Tipton forced more turnovers than Fayette has points.
Yeah, it's just not really fair. Like I said, you look at time of possession sometimes, stuff like that. I'd like to know the time of possession that Fayette had the ball inside the paint or inside the three-point line at that.
May not be a full minute.
Everything was extended out. We know they like to extend their man defense to wherever the person they're guarding is, but it was just turned up tonight.
I'm just looking at Fayette on the season. This Fayette squad took out Pilot Grove. They took out Marceline, Glasgow in overtime, defeated New Franklin, fell to Helias. They defeated Harrisburg, Slater, Scotland County, Paris with Faith Walk. Yeah, I remember seeing Paris a few years ago, actually, in the Elite Eight, I believe.
I was going to say I have no clue who that is. But.
Yeah, it was Paris with somebody else back then, but I don't remember who they were co-oping with at the time. Bunston and Prairie Home, they defeated them. They defeated Community. They lost to West Strand by just 3. They defeated South Callaway by a wide margin. They knocked off Fulton and Harrisburg before falling to Centralia. Then went on a bit of a losing streak, 4 in a row, as they fell to Salisbury, West Strand, North Callaway, and then defeated Schuyler County, defeated Knox County and Marceline, as well as Brookfield. Lost to Brunswick, knocked off Jamestown, and then in the district tournament defeated Sturgeon, West Strand, and upset Salisbury by 16 points in that district title game.
Losing by 31, coming back to win 16. I do think we're seeing some of that on the court here. It takes a lot of grit. Definitely a lot of toughness, mental toughness, and I think we're seeing some of that with the resistance we did see Fayette show in that second quarter. They could have easily folded. Tough atmosphere to play in and a tough start to the game. On the other hand, the winner of this game, as we've talked about, gets Clopton and Schuyler County, I think is what it is. Clopton is winning 36-21 at half. And I don't know how you say that, but
I've been saying Schuyler County.
Yeah, Schuyler County's. It looks like their best player went down with an injury on the first play of the game and isn't returning to the game.
So it's looking like Clopton likely going to get through. And if I understand correct, I believe Clopton would play host to the Elite Eight game, as I understand it. But I'm not 100% positive on that. I'll have to wait for confirmation.
Yeah, they like to do this thing where every single year they decide how they're going to do that differently. And this is one of those years. Like, any year ending in a number is typically something new.
Oh, that's fair. That's very fair.
It ends in a number this year, so it will be different.
Well, wherever they are, we're going to make the journey with these Tipton ladies. I say that. I know the game is not done. However, Tipton's up 28 points, and they've only allowed 11.
Right.
I feel fairly solid about their chances. Also, I'm pretty certain that if they lost a 28-point lead in the Sweet 16,
Coach Pepper would leave.
Yeah, I think he would just, walk out the door right then and be like, well, it was fun, guys. I'm glad we tried it. And that'd be the last time we ever heard from him. But no, in the first half, scoring for the Tipton ladies, they were led by their big three, if you will. Clara Williams, 14 points for the sophomore. Charlie Bailey with 10. Ava Schlotzhauer with 9. Courtney Edwards probably has another 7 or 8 boards to go with it. Then on the other side, all the scoring for the Lady Falcons. Powell with 5, Hill with 4, Sullivan with 2. Ryan, if there was anything, if you're Coach Culpepper in that locker room and you could give anything to your girls to critique, what would it be?
I'm going to be honest with you. I would just kind of reiterate how special the moment is. I don't think there is much to critique. And I know that Culpepper probably doesn't want to do that. He probably scolded them for, not having their foot 2 millimeters away from the baseline. I don't know. But it's really special to get to this point, even though it doesn't seem like that in Tipton when you look at their banners and all their success. So just living in the moment. I mean, I know that there were times whenever I played in bigger games like this, you don't think about how big of a deal it is to really play in front of your entire town. I mean, I don't think there's a person in Tipton not here.
And for Courtney Edwards and Madeline Hagerman, this is the last time you're going to play in this gymnasium. It's not win or lose. It's not like that. It's no matter what happens, you will not play in this gymnasium in front of your home crowd again. And so it's a big deal. You want to go out in a big way, and the Tipton ladies trying to do that for sure. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more of your halftime show. And the third quarter, it's 39-11. Tipton over Fayette. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and KS95. Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
So about a minute left of the Hy-Vee halftime show, getting ready for the third quarter. I actually would be willing to bet that what Coach Culpepper was saying in that locker room as I thought about it was probably, girls, you've struggled in the third quarter. You have not come out as strong in the third quarter. I want a strong third quarter. Do not be surprised if they come out with more intensity to start the second half.
Yeah, that was definitely something we saw them emphasize throughout the district tournament because they have struggled a little bit. It was part of the reason why they lost the Helias game. And their other two losses, the Skyline game, I can distinctly remember the beginning of the third quarter. They didn't really do a good job setting the tone for that second half, and that was much of the reason why they lost.
Well, also, I mean, just look at the first quarter. They started off terrible against Skyline.
Right.
And I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but everybody knows, the feeling's been there. There is a collision course. It is Tipton and Skyline. They're on the same side of the bracket, but they would not see each other until the Final Four. I love seeing Rod Smith getting shots of the student section. You can catch highlights from tonight's game on KRCG 13 with our buddy Rod Smith. But, yes, I promise they've been thinking about getting a shot at Skyline, and they know what they have to do to get there, and it's keep winning ball games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For some teams, looking ahead isn't always good. I feel like for this Tipton team, though, it's been in the back of their mind since the last meeting.
Fayette first possession, a little pick and roll, dishing to the corner, mid-range jumper up off the back iron, long rebound controlled by Clara Williams. A good job by Courtney Edwards to hold the box out and tip it to Clara. Williams, she gets into her own mid-range jumper, and it doesn't even think about touching the iron. Up and good.
Clara Williams having a career day. I mean, we've seen her score all year, but 16 points at this point in a state playoff game for a sophomore guard, that's unheard of.
Actually, around Tipton, it's becoming common.
Yeah.
Wait till the Final Four. That tends to be when the young players show out. That's got to be a travel, no whistle play on as the layup up and good. First bucket of the game for Cabrera Fair.
And this is the second possession in a row right out of the locker room where Fayette has looked completely composed both times.
They let Clara get to the mid-range. Her shot too strong, but don't worry, she gets her own miss. It's on the floor, dishes it to Edwards. Edwards thought about the drive, but it's taken away nicely by Sullivan. Out to Bailey, back to Edwards, looking to feed Schlotzauer. The double's there. She gives an open under move, dishes it to Edwards, lines up a three. It's too strong. Strong rebound hauled in by Kay Sullivan.
It was a good look there for Edwards, and honestly, it looked like she was going to make it. Whoa, transition three.
Yeah, quick trigger three. Wouldn't go for Sullivan. Bailey the board. Tipton will run with it, too. Bailey brings it up the left side. Clara in the middle with the logo.
That's the offense I kind of think Fayette should run. I'm going to be honest with you. Best chance to get points.
Bailey tries a three, and it's good. It went down, came back out, then went back down.
I was going to say, it could not have possibly hit more of the rim. So she definitely deserved that make and got it.
Tipton has opened up a 31-point lead in the Sweet 16. You just heard that, right?
I was going to say, I don't think you expect anything less from them, though.
In the corner, trying a three for the answer. It's short. Schlotzauer, another board. Ava has been strong inside. Tipton has numbers on the run out. Schlotzauer leads the fast break, goes to Bailey. Hagerman in the corner. Nice head fake on the drive. Williams top of the key. Thought about the three, steps in, backs her defender off, goes to Bailey.
If anyone else is guarding her, besides for the 6-foot player, she's probably shooting that three.
Instead, she steps into the mid-range, lets it go. It just wouldn't climb the iron. Clara is getting the looks she wants tonight.
She could easily have like 30 points in this game. She's gotten some good looks that have went in and then just fell out.
She's a sophomore. She's going to be a 1,000-point scorer at this pace, no problem. On the drive is Fair. Her shot won't go. Great defense and a great board by Edwards. She wants to lead the fast break on the right side. Head up, looking for help, finds Hagerman, back to Courtney. Skip pass, Bailey meets it. Schlotzauer makes space, Bailey drives and lays it in. A great post up by Ava. She backed the defense off and cleared a lane for Charlie, and Charlie capitalized.
Yeah, when those two run that kind of two-man game right there, it's pretty tough to stop. And it's kind of disappointing that you only get 2 more years of it, or 1 more year of it if you're Coach Culpepper.
Inside is Fair. Edwards the block. The shot almost falls, but they're going to call a shooting foul on Courtney, and Fair will go to the line.
I really felt like that one was just a good block, but anytime you come down on a shooter, you do typically get a foul, and that's Courtney Edwards' 3rd foul. I don't think it really plays a factor, but you never know.
Yeah, if you weren't up by 33, you might, feel a certain way about it, but the first free throw is short for Fair. Tipton up 33. In this sectional game, you're listening to the Polylift Boat Lift 3rd quarter. Once again, for those wondering, because of the long drive, second free throw up and good, we will be making the journey on Friday wherever Tipton travels.
Who was that hit the free throw?
Fair.
Williams got the only points.
Williams breaks the press, goes to Bailey. Bailey shot fake, steps into a mid-range jumper. It's too strong. Long rebound by Hagerman. In a bit of trouble, has it knocked loose out of bounds. You got to give Madeline Hagerman a lot of credit. She does a lot of the dirty work. Maybe she doesn't light up the scoreboard. She plays excellent defense.
I was just thinking that. It's tough to be in her position because she's a senior, and she might not be the star player, but she's won a lot of games and clearly has that, extra ability to do the right little things.
On the inbounds, Williams to Bailey, back to Clara, setting it up. Coach Culpepper calling out the offense. Straight man defense from Fayette. They started in that zone. But now have gone man. Bailey uses the Clara screen. Goes to Edwards. Sets a screen for Edwards. She fires to Clara. They're trying to get a certain matchup.
They're still in a 2-3 zone.
They are. It just looked like a matchup on the inside. Williams drives. Bullet pass out to Edwards. She drives, has it poked loose. And diving on the floor, Schlotzauer keeps it alive to Clara, and she is fouled.
Hustle plays all over the floor. I don't even know how that ended up in the hands of a Tipton player, but...
Can we talk about how athletic the pass from Clara was?
I know, she slammed it on the ground, two-hand. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, she jumps and looked like, it's kind of like the Michael Jordan pose, completely off the ground, still looking around, surveying the court, and finally throws a bullet. It's like the hang time you have to make that pass. Bailey to inbounds, has to throw deep to Clara. 4:10 to go. 46-14, Tipton in control. Clara's runner, she is fouled and will shoot 2. It helps to be that athletic and fearless. Terrifying combo.
I've been trying to figure out how many points.
That fouls out Kay Sullivan. I did not realize Sullivan was playing with 4.
Wow. I mean, that was fast, and she's a senior.
That's tough.
And to check out with almost 12 minutes to go here in this game. I haven't been keeping track. I guess that's why I didn't know she had 5 fouls.
And the first free throw for Clara is good. You got to wonder if Coach Culpepper saw that she had 4 and basically told his team, go at the 6-foot post.
I mean, that is extremely tough to lose her with 12 minutes to go.
Second free throw is up and good. 47-14. Tipton in full control. Bringing the ball up the floor, Maddox Wells. That is Addie Gibbs. She goes to Wells. Wells uses the screen. Edwards not fazed by it, though. Back to Gibbs. Straight man defense. Bailey on Gibbs. They're trying to go high post to Cabrera Fair, but Schlotzauer not giving much room. Great back cut, find and finish. Oakley Hill for the lay-in.
Oakley Hill, I think, kind of realizing that Tipton's been overplaying her all night, and it took until then, to get a back cut and get a bucket there. But worked out well for him.
Driving baseline is Crane underneath the Schlotzauer. Steps through the defense. Shot won't go, but she's fouled and will shoot 2.
I feel like you could get a button up here that says that and play it a few times throughout the game.
Schlotzauer to the free throw line. Oh, it'd be nice. Schlotzauer's free throw rattles around and falls. Lead at 32. So once again, looking like Tipton is going back to the Elite 8. I don't know how many years in a row they've gone to the Elite 8 now. A lot.
And I think every year that I could be wrong, don't quote me on this, but I think every year they've won the district championship. So these 7 years, I think every year they've went to the Elite 8.
Yeah, since they went to the state title game and lost, I don't remember. I mean, the Elite 8, they lost to South Shelby a few years ago, but that was the earliest I remember their season ending as a blocking foul going to be called on the Lady Cards. That will go against Bailey, I believe. Yes, her second.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to have to worry about fouls for Tipton tonight as Edwards checks out with 3. But did a good job not to foul throughout the game.
Drive by Fair. Great defense. Forces the travel. And once again, what a luxury. You said Courtney had to go to the bench with 3 as Hagerman gets a breather as well. So you bring in Lara Petrie and Anna Crane. Lara has played more and more late in the season, and she's playing better and better.
Right.
Anna Crane is just instant offense. Schlotzauer brings it up the floor, goes to Petrie. She drives baseline. Extra pass. Schlotzauer steps between the defense, can't get it to go, but gets her own miss, puts it up. Ava just padding stats at this point.
She's had quite a few rebounds tonight. I'd be curious to know how many.
It's 51-16.
In the state sectionals game, I guess. I was going to say quarterfinal, but that would be inaccurate.
In case you're curious, if you're not familiar with, basketball and how it generally works at the high school level, this isn't normal.
It is here.
Oh, good move inside to make space and a turnaround jumper. Oakley Hill up and good.
She's already doubled her scoring from the first half. Doing a really good job here in the second half.
I mean, Fayette has almost doubled their scoring since the first half.
They've played well offensively compared to what they had to.
Williams, that jump pass again. Sophomore to sophomore. Williams to Schlotzauer.
Now your 2 leading scorers are both sophomores. Williams got 17, and then Schlotzauer has 15. So
look at the way they switch off on screens. As the shot is short and the rebound to Williams.
It's almost seamless.
Ava hedges. Charlie goes around. Ava immediately drops back. Head to Petrie, pass inside to Schlotzauer. She's knocked off the ball, and it will stay with the Lady Cards. These girls it's amazing. It's like they're on the same brain wave.
So if you have thought I've been a little distracted, I have been. I was trying to figure out how many points Clara Williams had. For some reason, one of the links on Max Preps was broken, but she has at least 460 points this year.
That's insane.
Yeah, so definitely a 1,000-point scorer as that shot's blocked out of bounds, but I think, Tipton's going to hold on to it.
How many points do you say she has this year?
At least 460.
I don't know how many she scored last year, but it's not crazy that she scored at least 100. I mean, there's a good chance there. Clara, is probably at the 500 or 600 point mark on her career already, just a sophomore. Bailey's got a little space at the top of the key if she wants it. Instead, that quick crossover. Bailey's deceptively fast. Gives it to Williams. High arching three off the front iron. Long board controlled by Bailey. Crossover out to Petrie.
And knows what she wants to do with the basketball.
Schlotzauer goes to the corner. Crane for three. Oh, rattled around. It touched every part of the iron.
I had already started to write that down. I mean, she makes her threes at such a high percentage.
I don't blame you. Anna Crane is a sniper for sure. Long three won't go for Fayette. Petrie the board. Gives it to Williams. 1:15 to play. 53-18. Tipton leads Fayette. They go to the block to Schlotzauer. Up and under. Extra pass out to Crane. Three off the iron, but gets her own miss. To Bailey. Bailey says, I'll try a three, and it won't go either, but another offensive board, Petrie. Back to Charlie. This time she'll go to the rim, and it won't go, but Schlotzauer the board, and she is fouled.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's definitely getting fouled there on the inside. You'll be hard-pressed to call it or find a foul call up, 35 points in the third quarter, but they do get one, and now that's 4 fouls on.
Did Tipton get 3 offensive rebounds on that one possession?
They have 4.
Was it 4? Okay, that's what I thought.
Because they got the last one, they got them the ball back, so they missed 3 threes.
And by the way, that is the 4th foul on Cabrera Fair. She's going to go to the bench. I don't know. Clara Williams steps into a 3. It is short. Another offensive board. Anna Crane, she just steps back and pulls a 3, and it won't go.
I mean, they were having the 3-point contest right there.
Fayette races the other way. Mid-range jumper up and good. Addison Powell.
She looked a little startled to be sitting there wide open. It was ready to pass it off almost immediately.
So with 30 seconds to go in the game, the Tipton offense has slowed a little bit. They've only scored 14 this quarter. Williams being harassed. Gets Bailey on the back cut. Extra pass. Schlotzauer muscles it up and finishes. Defender stepped up and tried to body her, and it didn't work well.
Schlotzauer 8 points here in the third quarter. Definitely her best of the night.
And Tipton lost somebody. Yeah, wide open under the basket was Jackman. Tipton runner from Williams almost went.
They were going to count that, too.
We've played 3. Tipton leads this Sweet 16 game by 33. Fourth quarter is coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Insurance Associates America, your leading agri-insurance agency in Tipton, insuring poultry and swine buildings since 1975. Let them be your trusted choice for your homeowners, auto, farm, life and health, property, casualty, workers' comp, bonds, IRAs, and annuities. Insurance Associates America, friendly professional service. Call Bob Rolls and Sheila Moon, your trusted choice independent insurance agents in Tipton at 660-433-2141. Insurance Associates America, 660-433-2141.
Getting ready for the Como Connect fourth quarter, and barring a change, it's going to take 8 minutes. Right, I would legitimately like to know how many times this season has Tipton ended a game with running clock?
It would definitely be a statistic.
Do you think it's 70% or higher of their games ended with running clock?
I mean, it was the entire conference schedule, wasn't it?
It really was. I'm trying to think how many games didn't end in running clocks. Skyline, Hawaii, there are 3 losses.
Jeff City did. I think the whole tournament that we covered here, except for the California game, did.
No, it got running clock too in the fourth.
Yeah, I'd say
they legitimately
80 to 90%.
Yeah, it may have been. I mean, it may have been 20 to 21 of their games this season. That's absurd.
If you're the other team, you can't even feel bad about it.
Bailey on the drive, right hand up and in. I know we've been watching the sophomores score, but don't forget, Charlie Bailey is a walking, talking bucket in her own right.
3 players with 17 points.
I wonder what Charlie's career scoring is up to. She's got to be close to 1,000. 3 on the way for Fayette. Won't go. Great box outs all around for the Cardinals. Hagerman has the board. She's hit a couple times. In a trap, it's stripped. Shot put up. Won't go. Rebound controlled by Schlotzauer. She's hit, and they will call that one.
Did Charlie not already hit her 1,000th point?
Did she? Oh, I'm sorry. Charlie's over 1,000. That's why I didn't remember.
I didn't know. But, yeah, I mean, she might be nearing another milestone because scores the basketball very well.
Do you hear the student section?
I didn't.
I'll tell you what they said in the break.
Oh, great. I mean, I heard them, but...
Bailey to Edwards. She's got a lane. She'll go to the basket. Her right-handed scoop won't go. Schlotzauer there on the miss. Her shot partially blocked. Rebound to Clara Williams, who very awkwardly a jump ball is called. Possession favors the Falcons. So I feel comfortable at this point for sure saying that we're going to be back in action Friday night in the Elite Eight.
We will. It's always nice to say, isn't it?
It's so much fun. Technically, I'll be back in action tomorrow night as Versailles plays host to Montgomery County.
I feel like that's going to be a dogfight.
It very well could be. Versailles playing good ball right now as well. Strong take to the rim. Won't go for Fayette. Williams another board because why not?
Stiff arm.
Yeah, she gets
the Heisman.
That's.
And then number 3, that's Maddox Wells. She's like, the foul's on me. I just got
that's got to hurt.
Floor.
Yeah, when you foul a girl but take a stiff arm to the face in the process, it's like, come on, man. Seriously, if these girls switch sports and you just played flag football, but it was the Tipton Lady Cardinals, honestly, I think they would probably go undefeated in this area.
I saw that they've added high school flag football in some places for girls in Missouri now.
Clara Williams would be a star wide receiver.
Yeah. Tipton would be pretty talented at it, I'm not going to lie. Would Culpepper coach that too?
I'm sure he would. And Clara on the take, she's fouled before she can launch. Sometimes it's like she measures it up to see, do I have enough steps that I can take off on the way to the basket? You know, I never heard if they announced the all-district team. I'm sure they did. I just don't know who from Tipton was on it. I'll have to ask Culpepper about that later.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it. I try to look up all that.
Edwards 3, top of the key, off the iron, won't go. Board controlled by Maddox Wells. Fayette trying to run the fast break, getting to a mid-range jumper. Extra pass to the block to Fair. Good finish as she shoots around Schlotzauer for the lay-in.
It was almost the Schlotzauer contact on the arm that helped her make that and not shoot it long there.
Bailey, a hesitation, fakes the crossover over, trying to make space. Good help defense, though, picked off by Oakley Hill. Inside, long strides, shot won't go. Great defense by the Lady Cards.
3 people.
Bailey in a 3-person trap, she still breaks it. Fires ahead to Edwards. Edwards turns and has the ball tipped out of bounds.
It doesn't matter because the game's over, but Tipton is kind of getting sped up right now.
A little bit.
They look a little out of sorts.
Sometimes they will do this for like 30-second intervals, and then it's like they calm down and figure it out. But it's a 33-point lead for Tipton.
Yeah, definitely dominating.
Williams has the ball knocked out of bounds. Good defense being played by Cabrera Fair. So, yeah, it's been fun doing home games at Tipton this year.
Yeah, no, this is a nice gym. Like a very nice gym.
And they're always so hospitable to us here.
They are. The people that sit around us are always asking us if we want anything or if we're not, or not if we're nice, if we're doing okay and stuff like that. It's awesome. They're the nice ones.
Schlotzauer goes to the post up and hits it with the left hand. 59-24. These girls have had a game.
Yeah, you said before the game they were on a mission. You weren't lying.
JT just did a little look up for me and said, just a quick look, Tipton has won a minimum of 17 of their games by 30. Now, that's just what they finished with. That's not counting how many actually hit turbo clock.
17.
So 17 they won by 30. So that means I think it's safe to say that at least 20 or 21 of those they probably saw turbo clock.
That is absurd. And now we getting a timeout?
Yeah, but I think the timeout is mainly so Tipton can get their subs in, as it looks like Petrie and I don't know if I think it was Crane going to check into the game.
So the Fayette coach wanted to call a timeout to get Tipton into their subs, which whenever you call a timeout and have subs yourself, you can call a rolling timeout and just say, hey, we want the subs to come in. The Fayette coach tried to call a rolling timeout so he could get Tipton starters off of the floor. But it doesn't work like that.
I mean, it's a bold move. The problem is for most teams that's a great thing, but like when you check subs in here in Tipton, they're expected to score immediately. So
that is very true.
Yeah, you're actually on a 45-second clock. You got to hit a 3 within checking into the game. So on the floor for the Lady Cardinals, it's going to be Lara Petrie, Anna Crane, Ava Schlotzauer, Clara Williams, and Charlie Bailey. Old Chuck has been on a mission here lately. She's been playing some of her best basketball this season.
No doubt about it. I mean, it always seems like anytime they need a big shot, you know that she's going to step up and hit one, which is always nice to see out of, your number one scorer.
Fair to the line for Fayette, hits first free throw, which, by the way, congratulations to the Tipton boys, Coach Reeves and his squad, as they captured the district championship on Saturday night. They will play tomorrow night here in Tipton trying to remember who they play. I knew this.
I got it. It's right here. It's always a big deal whenever you win a district championship, but for a first-year coach in Coach Reeves to come in here and do that, it's definitely something special.
And it's a steal from Fayette. Fast break. All right. Well, we're at that point in the game. You don't blow the whistle on that one. Hill gets the lay-in, 59-28. Tipton by 31. Williams breaking the press. Fires to Bailey to the corner. Petrie back to Bailey. We've got 3 minutes to go.
Tipton has a tall task. The
boys play Salisbury.
Salisbury, the defending state champion.
Bailey from 3 up and good. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Right.
Charlie just doing Charlie.
Charlie now tonight. They went undefeated en route to a state championship last year, and they're 26-2 this year.
I watched that state title. It was a very emotional one last year because of some things. Shot won't go for fair. Schlotzhauer. Another board ahead to Crane. Extra pass to Clara. I don't even know how she got a shot off there. Ball tipped out of bounds, though, and will go to Fayette.
Yeah, Salisbury's 2 losses, both to Hallsville, and we've seen Hallsville.
Really?
They lost to them by 1 point, and we've seen Hallsville, and they can play some basketball.
They can, but, I mean, Tipton can, too. That could be an interesting game.
I agree. No doubt about it.
Ava Schlotzhauer going to get a standing ovation as she goes to the bench as the sophomore is going to go right back to the only place she knows, the Elite Eight. Seriously, she doesn't know what it's like to not win a state title. She's just a sophomore. They played 1 year, and that's all she did. It's like Coach Hurst. She joined the squad last year. I joke with her that, she's undefeated in postseason play. Coach Hurst has never lost a postseason game.
Except to Tipton in high school.
True. They remind her often. Mid-range jumper knocked down by Leah Thies, the 5'8 sophomore. 62-30. Tipton by 32 in a sectional game. Edwards in trouble. And a little confusion by Tipton. As I think Williams thought Petrie was going to get it. Bailey thought Petrie was going to get it. Petrie thought Bailey was going to get it.
You're at that point. And now checking out some of the starters. I don't think Oakley Hill is a senior, though.
No, just a junior. The seniors on this squad, Kay Sullivan, who fouled out earlier, and Maddox Wells, number 3.
Now we're going to see Addison McQuaid go to the table. A foul here. And I think that they'll probably sub Charlie out for the last time at Tipton.
Well, this season at least.
Oh, no. Oh, Charlie's a junior. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. I lied to you.
She just plays like a senior.
Well, she does, really. It's
Technically,
impressive.
you could be right. They just might not, sub her out at all next year. Charlie, you're playing the whole game. Sorry, don't know how to tell you this.
I mean, she scores the basketball enough, plays a good enough role. You probably could do that.
I mean, Charlie, I'm just sitting here thinking about Charlie's going to have a legitimate chance to go down.
Well, that's why I started thinking, about points and stuff, and I'm like, she's already got 1,000.
And I don't know how far over 1,000
she is. I don't know why the Max Preps link is just broken. Whenever I click on the person, see right here, click on it, and then I get a bunch of, oh, I lied to you. It's not broken anymore, so.
Well, now I'm curious, because Charlie, 1,500 points, if she's over 1,000, is very much, what does that say? She's over 1,200 career points, according to Max Preps.
Oh, yeah.
That's, so, 1,500 is very much in the cards. She may be, a 1,800 point scorer.
Right.
Which is absolutely elite company.
The only problem is she's got so much scoring on the team with her.
Well, and that's what makes some of this so impressive. And you could say the same about Myra and Abby as well. But, Charlie, a lot of games isn't the leading scorer because she doesn't have to be. Instead, Ava and Clara can turn it on any game and carry the load. Just a lot of firepower. Great screening off ball by Fayette to set up Eubanks for the lay-in. Lead at 30.
I'll give Fayette credit. They have played till the last whistle, and that's tough to do sometimes.
Yeah, they apply some full court pressure here, trying to make Tipton work for it in this game, as Tipton also has brought in some subs of their own in the game, as Camden Garber. We got another timeout.
Really?
I'm very confused. I guess Fayette wanting to just draw up a play here at the end of the game with 29.5 left. Best I can figure.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting, I don't know. I'm sitting over here trying to do math. I thought I had a chance to do it, and then they call a timeout for whatever reason.
So Tipton going to talk some things over on the bench as well. Coach Culpepper never minds having an extra.
I was going to say, I think he definitely does like the extra time to talk.
So, yeah, I'll be back in action tomorrow night with Versailles, and then, oh, by the way, I completely missed it, but you've been listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, also online, lakeradio.com, and, of course, streaming at misha.tv. I'm Colton Taylor. Got Ryan Retone with me. Britt's on the camera, and Mark Sidebottom engineering things back at the studio. So on the floor for Tipton, Crane, Kohler, Petrie, Addison McQuaid, and Camden Garber.
No, I want to reiterate, these stats are very unofficial. They're the Ryan stats. But I believe that Williams, with tonight's performance, is up over 600 career points. She had about 160 last year.
So she's going to be a 1,000-point scorer next year.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it.
That's crazy. And it's a steal by Petrie.
That should just...
Well, now I wonder where Schlotzhauer's at.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out, but it doesn't have her last year's on here.
See, Ava, I felt like...
This year she scored 500.
She's going to be a 1,000-point scorer.
560.
Yeah, she'll score 1,000. And this clock about ready to expire. Tipton gets the ball in. 3 seconds left. And that is all she wrote. Tipton returns to the Elite Eight once again as they knock off Fayette 62-32. Friday night, they will have a chance to punch their ticket to Mizzou and a chance at the Final Four. After tonight, there will be 8 teams left in the state of Missouri, and the Tipton Lady Cardinals are one of them. Your post-game show coming up just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
California Chrysler announces their President's Day sales event. Huge savings, 0% financing for 72 months to qualified buyers on the 2023 Charger SXT and GT and Challenger SXT and GT models. With 3 stores to pull from, our selection is the best in the area. That's Cliff Harris, California Chrysler, where we want you to be another happy customer.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
Back now with the Shed post-game show as Tipton wins big in their sectional matchup with Fayette, 62-32. Very, very seldom do you see a 30-point win in sectional play, but these Tipton Lady Cardinals were absolutely dominant tonight from the get-go. I mean, looking at scoring, all right, I'm seeing here Charlie Bailey led the way with 20 points. Ava Schlotzhauer followed it up with another 19. And Clara Williams poured in 17 of her own. I mean, that's balance.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, what else do you expect, though?
At this point, this is what I expect in Tipton, as we're joined now by the head coach of these Tipton Lady Cardinals, Jason Culpepper. Coach Culpepper, first off, congratulations. Do you have any plans Friday night?
We do. Yeah, we do. We're going to keep playing. It's a beautiful thing about postseason basketball. You know, you go into each game knowing that it can be your last, hoping it's not. But you got to go out there and do what it takes to win the game.
I got to say, I was impressed with the energy your squad came out with from the get-go. How did you feel about their performance?
I thought they did a great job defensively. We talked about it at halftime. We felt like we only made 2 mistakes the entire first half defensively. Clara helped down here in the corner and gave 13-3. And, we can help a little bit, but she can't turn her back. And she turned her back, so she kind of spun. And that girl did a great job of relocating to the corner. And then whenever Clara went to close out on her, she had her back to her, so she missed her. So she gave up a 3. And then Charlie got stuck down below as they rotated the ball and gave up a 3 to number 2. But outside of those 2 shots, I really thought defensively we did a great job. And, the energy and effort the girls provided, playing flawlessly on defense, rebounding was extraordinary tonight. We did an overall great job, and I couldn't be more proud of these girls.
You are one of the few coaches I know that would go out here and not allow a made field goal until 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. And you can, as if a photographic memory, remember exactly what went wrong on those plays to allow it. But that was an impressive showing. Now, I will tell you, we've been watching the scores, and it looks like you guys are going to be squaring off with Clopton.
Yeah, they won 86-42.
Really?
Yeah, kind of what I figured.
Well, who are they playing again?
Schleier County.
Yeah.
Yeah, their best player apparently went down on the first possession of the game after making a bucket. But nonetheless, so you guys will be moving on. That game will be at Clopton, right?
Yes, at Clopton on Friday night. We'll see what time it is. Should be a 6 p.m. tip.
6 p.m. tip, and it looks like that's going to be a little bit of a drive as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid 2.5 hours. So, the girls will embrace that and take that road warrior mentality on the road on Friday night to Clopton. The cool thing is about that, you get 2.5 hours to hang out with your best friends and travel up there to Clopton, and then, put it all out on the line with a chance to go to the Final Four again.
Now, I got to ask, with this just now being Monday night, you've got several days off to get the girls ready. I know you're going to have a lot of film to watch. I feel like it's a repetitive question. Do you do anything different this week, or does it just seem like the same Tipton practices night in, night out to get them ready for the next game?
Yeah, we'll do a little bit different here. Tomorrow will be a pretty solid practice. It'll be, get after it, really, really stretch out those legs. And, try and dig deep a little bit, build up some of that lung capacity. And then, Thursday or Wednesday, will be another hard practice, but it'll be a little bit shorter. And then Thursday will be a significantly shorter practice, more like an hour and 30 minutes instead of 2.5. So we'll shorten practice up on Thursday just a little bit. And then we'll do our normal routine. For 7 straight years, we've had tacos at the Bailey's house for 7 straight years. She had older sister Kylie Bailey, so for 7 straight years we've had tacos on the night before sectionals, and then the night before quarterfinals we'll do our normal routine. We'll have dinner at my house, and then we'll go up to the movies in Jeff City, and we'll do our normal routine.
Hold on, I just want to make sure I understood that right, that for 7 straight years you've been able to establish a routine for the Elite 8. You understand that's not normal for most schools, right?
Yeah, it's really not. And, I try to remind those girls of that, because every game that they win, once you get into this part of the season, is special. And as I told them last time after we won districts, I know it feels like it's just what we do. But, there's not a lot of kids walking around in your school with a district championship. There's no other girls walking around in the school with a district title unless they played girls basketball. So, for us, it's important that we remember, how special it is. And then, moving forward, each round gets that much more special. And you could feel it a little bit more tonight than you could on Friday night last week, just how much more significant it was. So really proud of the way the girls played, really proud of the way that the town showed up. 633 tickets sold today, plus all the pass list people. So, with players and everybody, over 700 people in our gym. That's an awesome time. Haven't seen this gym this packed, in a long time. So, we're really looking forward to going up to Clopton. Hopefully we have good crowd support at Clopton. The girls will need it. You can't let Clopton have a home game at this point in the season. So, fans got to show up, show out, be loud, and be ready to go.
Coach, we're looking forward to. We're going to make the journey up there Friday, of course. Can't wait to see you guys have a shot to punch your ticket back to the Final Four and potentially defend your state title. Congratulations on a big Elite 8 win. We'll see you Friday night, and if your girls are wandering around, you want to send them up, go for it.
Yeah, I will. And I want to just thank you guys for covering us, providing us the opportunity for our fans all over to be able to listen to you guys live and watch the game live. And thank you to all the fans that came out and the fans that listened. We really appreciate all the support.
Coach, I will tell you, not only listening, we can see the pay-per-view buys. There's a ton of pay-per-view buys for this game as well. You had a lot of people with eyes on this one.
Yeah, we appreciate all those guys out there.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That is Jason Culpepper, head coach of the Tipton Ladies, as they once again have won their Sweet 16 matchup.
I love that they have a routine for it.
Do you know how crazy that is?
I had a coach that had a routine. He'd send out the Thanksgiving Day weekend routine for the state football playoffs. We never made it, though. They just always sent it out. So it's pretty special whenever you get to actually come through on those plans.
And trying to get them hooked up here, that is just insane to me. As I know we got a headset on Chuck right now. Courtney making her way up here. Chuck, how do you feel right now?
I am super excited.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. What?
Northwest and Skyline are tied.
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to break you right there. Back to our scheduled programming. Chuck, how you feeling right now?
I am super excited. I'm so proud of our team because, we worked hard all week. Yesterday we didn't even have the best practice we've ever had, but, man, we came out in this game and we wanted it so bad. You could see it. Third quarter, we came out, wanted it. I never would have guessed that we beat them by 30, so I'm so proud of the team.
Courtney, not to try to make this emotional, but tonight was the last night you're ever going to get a play in this gymnasium in front of your people. You seem to have a little spark to your step in this game. How does it feel knowing that you closed out your last game at Tipton with a 30-point win in the Sweet 16?
It definitely feels unreal, that's for sure. I'm super, super proud of our team. I'm super proud of our coaches for always being there, always making us to get to this point. I think we played a great game, and I think it's because, we knew they wanted it. So I was like, if they want it, we want it more because this is our hometown, and I'm glad I got to play my last game here and with a win.
Now, Coach Culpepper was telling us that after 7 years of going to the Elite Eight, you guys have legitimately made traditions involving the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight. So what was it? Was tacos the other night or last night before this game? And then what's coming up before Friday?
We go to Culpepper's house and we eat, and then we go watch a movie after that.
Pasta.
Yep, pasta.
You got a carbo load for the game.
Yeah.
I can't get over. Most squads, most schools, if you go to one Final Four, if you go to one Elite Eight, it's the highlight of a 10-year period. You guys are on a 7-year run. Once again, Courtney, you've been in school. This is your 4th year.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to not see the Elite Eight. So after going there year after year after year, has it lost any of its specialness to you, or do you still get just as excited as the first one?
I get excited every game. No matter we beat a team by 60 points or by 5 points, I'm always excited, and I always make sure to help the girls, too, get excited. Like today, I was like, you know what? Before we got on the court, we were like, come on, we want it. Let's go. Let's play defense. We want it more than them. This is our home. This is our court. We run it.
Charlie, what's the deal with you in the postseason and just finding a way to get laid out or eat the wall? You did it again tonight. Have you just mouthed off to the other teams, or what's happening to you out there?
I don't say anything. I don't know. Maybe they just get mad. I get after on defense. It's fine by me because, like we've talked about, whenever it gets feisty, Courtney hypes me up. The whole team gets fired up, and we just know how to keep getting buckets after it. So, getting fired up helps us. So, yeah.
All right, you girls are going to have a long drive ahead of you as Clopton won their game big. They're going to be playing host about 2.5 hours. Are you worried at all about your teammates keeping focus after a 2.5-hour drive, or do you think you can keep them locked in?
I think we can keep them locked in because our starting 5 and our main players always sit in the van with us. So, we'll have a little bit of fun, you don't want to get too locked in, but then once we are almost there, we start getting locked in, we start talking to each other, and we start really focusing for the game.
Now this gym going to be jam-packed again tomorrow night because the boys who, from what I hear, are just trying to follow your guys' footsteps right now. They have a shot at winning sectionals as well. Do you guys, now that you've both won your sectional game, what advice do you give to the boys for tomorrow night? Charlie, you first.
I give them the same advice I gave them last time, which honestly, it's not even come in thinking that you have it, because I think Salisbury is ranked way higher than them. So, they really have nothing to lose. They're completely doubted by everybody. I just know it. Nobody is expecting them to win. So come in, locked in, ready to go. And I really think they can take care of it. I know that they've been watching film. They've been going crazy in practice too. They've been taking it so serious, and they seem, I know that they can do it if they really put their mind to it and get locked in before the game.
They're down 1 with 24 seconds. Okay. So Northwest finds themselves down 1 with 24 seconds left in the basketball. This is going to be.
Oh no.
This is going to get interesting.
I'm shocked.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought that was going to be a 30-point game.
Me too.
If we're being real.
Yeah.
Now, I am curious. I know you don't play favorites, and I'm not saying to play favorites. Is there a part of you that's like, oh, it'd be cool to see Northwest pull the upset, but also I want my revenge on Skyline?
Yes. Yes and no, because I want Northwest to win. It's every single year I've been in high school, it's always been Skyline. Like, that's your, I don't know, what you look at to be like, you want to beat them.
Your rivals.
Your rivals, yeah. And it, Culpepper's family's from there, so it's kind of like more of a rival.
That's fair. That's fair.
So.
Well, I will let you guys get to it so that you can go enjoy this celebration. You once again have won the Sweet 16 in dominant fashion, and I know you've got a lot to get ready for, but have fun tomorrow night. Enjoy the drive, and we will see you Friday in Clopton. Congratulations, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you for covering.
That is Courtney and Charlie as they do what they do so well and once again win another Sweet 16. I once again just cannot get over the fact that they've done this so many times. 7 straight years they went to the Elite 8.
Yeah.
That
special.
I joked earlier, does it count as a dynasty? I think when you've gone to 7 straight Elite 8s, you're a dynasty.
I mean, some would say. I think they've been a dynasty for quite a while now. They're just building on, as long as they can, right?
I can't get over this Northwest Skyline game. I mean, that is crazy. Did you see that?
What's that?
Northwest is trailing Skyline by 1. Yeah, 24 seconds left. That will be big because let's be real, we've all fought Skyline.
I was going to say, if you really didn't have to face off against Skyline again, would you really be that mad?
I think it's a split feeling there because
you want your revenge.
You do, and that's been your rival, but in the same breath, like, you always pull for the upset also. So that'll be interesting to see. But Ryan, we've had fun here tonight. I mean, scoring by quarter for Tipton 16, 23, 16, and 7. For Fayette, 3, 8, 11, and 10 individually. What did we see?
It was 20 out of Charlie Bailey, 19 out of Schlotzhauer, and 17 out of Williams. And then 3 out of both Anna Crane and Courtney Edwards. For the Lady Falcons, you had 10 out of Oakley Hill. Addison Powell had 7, along with Cabrias Fair, who also had 7. And then you had a host of players with 2 points. Case Sullivan, Brown Eubanks, and Laseda Jackman all had 2 points. I mean, it was just dominating performance, but what else do you expect?
I also just saw that the California Lady Pintos got eliminated tonight as well.
I saw that on, what's his name? The reporter.
Rod Smith?
Yeah, Rod Smith. I saw that on Twitter, and I meant to say something.
That's crazy, man. All sorts of upsets. You never know what's going to happen, but no upset here tonight as Tipton does what Tipton does best. So who defeated them?
Centralia.
Wow.
56-48.
All righty. Well, like I said, we're getting down to the last 8 teams here in Class 2 basketball, and we will be back with them on Friday. We'll have coverage tomorrow night as Versailles squares off with Montgomery County in their Sweet 16 matchup as well. Ryan, always fun seeing you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
We got a drive ahead of us on Friday, but we'll make it a fun one.
Yeah, we'll make it a good time.
And a special thanks back to Mark back at the studio and Britt on the camera. He's Ryan. I'm Colton, and this has been another presentation of KS95 Sports. Good night.
You've been listening to Tipton Cardinals basketball on KS95. This game was brought to you by Farm and Home Propane, the Tipton Times, Farmland Grocery, Insurance Associates America, Butch's Small Engines, Martin Metal, Shelter Insurance, Aaron Long, agent in Tipton, Keckner Manufacturing, Como Connect, powered by Como Electric Cooperative Incorporated, Ozark Regional Insurance, Seiden Stricker Nobe Partners, California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and the Tipton Latham Bank. Thanks for listening to Tipton Cardinals basketball on KS95.